Let's talk about student films. So obviously I'm not here to bash anybody. I mean, honestly, I'm not even gonna say anything bad, but I think that there's a lot that I've learned from my experience. I've been on 3 or 4 student films, and so to starting out actors that are, becoming a part of student films, I think that there's a lot that you should know before you go into one, and so I'm here to share that with you now. Most student films can be found on Backstage. So Backstage, sponsor me. Backstage is a platform that talent agencies, casting agents, casting directors can post your projects that you're seeking out actors for, and then for talent, you can access Backstage and see a bunch of roles that are casting in your area for your specific age range and gender and everything. And so my other thing is, what are student films? So student films are, hold on, I'm reading the Google definition. Student films are created by students attending film school or taking a filmmaking course at a university or college. Some of these will be NYU Tisch, which I think is great. I've done NYU Tisch student films before, and those might be my favorite. Basically, student films are low-budget projects, but they usually do have professional grade cameras because they're from a film school or a college or university which has a specialized filming program. So students are given access to equipment in order to be able to film a project. So if you're a part of it, you're not going to get an iPhone camera for the most part. I don't know what goes on. So let's make pros, cons, and what to know before you do your first student film. So starting off with what to know before, I think that student films are a wonderful way for beginning actors and actresses to really get used to the feel of being filmed and being in front of a camera and, whatever the project is about, no matter if you're a lead role or starting off you're an extra. I think that student films are awesome because the filmmakers are also learning and the actors are also normally learning too. So I think that it's a great balance. You can kind of work off of each other, and it's low stress because you're not learning and going into this and being like, ugh, if I don't know exactly what I'm doing or if I do something wrong, these people are so experienced that they're gonna be like, ugh, get her out of here. I do think that student films are a lot less stressful. Well, obviously they're a lot less stressful than, being on like a Paramount Plus show. But the thing is, there also is a downside with that. With it being that, not everyone can just be in a student film. Like, you need to audition for the most part, unless you're like an extra. I mean, sometimes they still have auditions for extras. Every time that I've done one, they have, but there's some that don't. And so if that's the case, you could be walking into a group of 20 people and you're one of 5 that actually is bringing some professional kind of vibe, and everybody else is just all over the place thinking, oh, I'm just here for fun. And, that's nothing against them. People can obviously just do whatever they want. They want to go and they want to have a fun time. Do it. It is fun. But then if you're one of the people that are taking it seriously, it can get frustrating if they aren't bringing that same professionalism that you are, especially if you're so focused and then you feel like you're being dragged away from that focus because of another person. And the other thing is, student filmmakers are not going to tell that person, get out. I mean, maybe some will. Again, I can't speak for everyone because everybody is different. The way that every set works is completely different. But speaking from my experience, no student filmmaker has seen somebody who is acting a certain way and told them, get off my set. Honestly, I feel like the bad side of student films has nothing to do with the filmmakers. It has to do with the actors that might come in and not be professional, like you maybe are. So honestly, I feel like that might be the only downside to it because I love student films. So, pros. My first pro would be that it helps you build experience when you're starting off as an actor. That is a huge one because when you're starting off, how the hell are you going to get experience? You're not gonna say, I want to be an actor. Let me go on Netflix, because that's not happening. You're saying, I want to be an actor. Let me find some indie projects that I can get some experience and build my resume from, and then let me work my way up. Another pro of student films is networking. I think that building connections in this industry is one of the biggest and best things that you can do. When you are at a student film, talk to everybody on set. Talk to the filmmakers, the producers, the director, everybody, the other actors, the ones that are being professional. No, talk to everybody and really just see like, hey, what's your experience? Where do you want to go in your career? And, swap phone numbers, swap Instagrams, and then, you can see each other's progress. And if you ever see something that might be helpful to the other person, or if they ever see something that's helpful to you, that's a great way to really build your career based on each other's experience, and you're kind of both helping each other up. I also think that people on set have a lot of good things to say. I mean, I feel like I've met so many people. There was this one person in particular that I met, and she had been on like really big shows, and I actually recognized her. And talking to her was crazy. Getting to know like how she got to where she is, her opinions on things and people in the industry, and just her kind of view on the career and the industry as a whole, I think was so cool. It was so cool to talk to her. And so now, I'm friends with her on Instagram, and we talk sometimes, and if she sees projects or anything that she thinks I would be a good fit for, she always sends them my way. And so I think that it's really, really, really important that you talk to everybody, because you really don't know what people have done and have been a part of just by looking at them. Now, con side, so obviously, I think that this might be the only con, unless I have another one after this, but it's just that you never know what other actors you're going to be working with. You never know who's going to come on that set. And so you're not always guaranteed the same amount of professionalism as you would on, Paramount Plus again. But, you start somewhere. So I feel like student films are a must, that it makes the cons not even matter. Like, if you're considering, do I start off by doing a student film? The answer is yes. Like, the answer is 100% yes, in my opinion. Don't hold me to anything. But I think if it's a reputable school, NYU, Columbia, I've seen a lot, SVA. There was one school that I worked with, and I don't know how to pronounce it. But it was a graduate school for cinema in Brooklyn, and I don't know how to pronounce the name. But if you know what I'm talking about, then please work with people like that. They bring so many cool things. They are very professional, and they are dedicated to their craft. And so you guys can help each other work the way up in the industry. So that will be all for today. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end, and I hope all of you are successful in your careers, and I will keep making videos about acting and stuff like that, because I am working my way up, so I will have more stuff to talk to you about as I grow and learn more. So, love you all, and God bless and goodbye.